breaking ground on Tater Acres. I peed on it. I peed on it, so it's mine. Just kidding. Got some news, guys. Hey, everybody. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Hope you guys are doing well. Back at 7,000 feet here at take 2. No more Tater land. I present to you Tater Acres. 5 acres out here in the White Mountains at 7,000 feet near Sholo, Arizona. Did it, guys. Did it. I got lucky. I got lucky. I've been looking. It's been 7 months since I sold Taterland. And again, I'll let you guys know more later on what exactly happened and why I've moved forward. But basically all you really need to know right now is that I only had 1 acre before and I couldn't get more near me. At one time they offered me the additional acre next to me for $24,000. And then they pulled it. Then they said, nope, we're not going to give it to you for that price either. So I got 5 acres here, guys. I'm really close to several friends out here in Arizona. 5 acres, 660 feet this way, 330 feet wide. A lot. And I only paid $5,000 an acre. I got 5 acres for 25 grand. Technically, officially, I had some friends come out here in the off season and check it out for me, do some walkthroughs, give me some ideas, and then I'm setting this up today as my day to kind of survey the property. All 4 corners are already surveyed through Apache County, and Diana and I are just kind of walking the property to make sure, and then we're heading straight down to Pioneer Title in Sholo to sign my life away and get started, guys. Get started on off-grid life again, starting all from scratch, fixing all of my mistakes from before, doing it a little differently this time, and we're going to start a new series of Tater Acres, homesteading off-grid, living off-grid. Unfortunately, I am not ready to winter here at 7,000 feet in Arizona, so we will be coming back to this after we secure the property. We'll be coming back to it in the spring, March or April, and we're gonna go full tilt ahead. Diana's with me. We brought the pickup truck up here. That was our secret mission. So Frosty, and I've got Black Betty. I'm gonna be dropping off those with some friends down south later today. Actually, we've got a lot to do today. And then Diana and I will fly back to southern Mississippi. I'm gonna finish the bus and then start bringing the bus over. Yeah, guys. So I have absolutely no nearby neighbors. This is a non-maintained road. This is my road. And it is not maintained, so it's up to me to keep it clear and keep no potholes, and we're not gonna have any traffic coming down this road. And then this is the driveway, which is already established with Apache County. I actually already have an address and my street number established with Google Maps as well. And that was a little bit of a fight to make that happen, because they initially gave me an address that somebody else already has down the road. We're quite a ways back on this particular road here, so everything's finalized as far as the address is concerned, but there is no power poles. No power poles even close. It's not even an option here, so we are going to be off-grid doing solar up here. Hey, Diana. Diana's setting up coffee way back on the property over there. She found a nice little spot for coffee, so. But I've got this corner here marked off and flagged here. We have the pins, the actual metal pins that are registered too, so we could make sure that I actually surveyed it correctly. And it's actually really good because this gives me a lot of time. I've already popped the drone up in the air and got my overall shot of all the lines. Gives me a good idea for how I would do things differently. And I know a lot of people are wondering, you know, what have I learned from Taterland that I can change here as far as how the driveway works? And what order we do certain stuff as far as rock going down and septic and getting solar panels mounted and that sort of thing, and how the driveway works with big trucks coming in and out. So a lot of details for me to think and plan out. I'm not against having another company come out and do septic again. I don't know for sure. Diane and I had also talked about doing more composting out here just to reduce that $9,000 septic system that must be permitted through Apache County. We don't know yet. That's all way off in the future. Right now, let's make some coffee. I do just want to share the property here. It's rocky. I mean, it's rocky just like my last one. We're in the same area of Apache County. They're like cinders. But you can easily just rent a machine, a big bulldozer or something, and clear this all out, which I'm already talking with a friend, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is probably renting like a big 6-ton excavator, and me and a buddy will just take turns. We'll get everything done. We'll get the water lines buried. We'll get the communication wires, our solar wires. Maybe if we can get the permits for the septic, get the septic done up and stuff like that, and get the most out of a ginormous dropped off excavator for a week. And that'll make short work of all this. But we got the juniper trees. Lots and lots of gorgeous juniper trees around here. There's several openings kind of already, but once we figure out the driveway and everything, I'll be out here with a chainsaw taking down certain ones. You can see I've got some side marker ribbon right here for the east side of the property. Diana! I'm right here, honey. Oh, okay. She's in the shade. The property is really clean. There's no trash. Nobody's dumped anything. And I do want to oh, you got the table out and everything. Yeah. It's a nice spot. How you doing, Diana?
I feel so happy here.
This is our new spot.
The first thing I told Eric when we got off the truck is like, it's quiet.
It's
so quiet
it's
here.
Very
I love
quiet.
It.
It's
so
very quiet.
I figured inauguration, how do you say that word? Inauguration? Like start off our new property with coffee.
Oh, perfect.
Homemade coffee. So I've been drinking this one. So I'm gonna boil some water first, and then I'm gonna make Eric's with his favorite folders. And then look at how cute. These are one of the thrift finds that I found on my thrift series.
Wow, you did good.
So I brought one for you, one for me.
You had fun on your trip. I like the kitty cats.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Oh man. So while she's making coffee, I'm gonna take the long hike to the north side of the property up here and show you something kind of unique. I'll be back.
Okay, honey.
And again, I utilized Google Maps shows my parcel here, and I was walking it, looking at Google Maps, using the 4 official pins that I have, and then adding ribbon kind of just close by. Like from here and then 50 feet that way, you're gonna find a ribbon here. Oh my God, I can't stop smiling. 5 acres, 5 times more than I had before. Okay, we've got to this one right here. This is the halfway point of the deep 5 acres. So we're at 330 feet walking. Everything you see over here is part of the property. Little bit of a wash right through here. You can kind of see some of that. So that is something I'm gonna have to consider. If this is the natural way that the wash works when it rains really heavy, don't put anything here. I may have to put in a culvert right there or dig a trench to keep those 2 paths together right there. So we may have to see a few like rainy seasons to really figure that out. And then the rock that I showed you back there, look at this opening right here. That looks like a good spot for a tiny house or another bus. Okay. A ginormous juniper tree here. Of course, I'm gonna have to come out and clean this one up because it's robbing the sunlight of this beautiful pine tree that's stuck in the middle. These pine trees get so tall. And I've counted, I only see 7 pine trees that are noticeable like this. There might be some babies, but I only have 7 and I want to keep every one of them. So it's quite possible that this entire juniper I just cut down and just leave this to grow and get all this sunlight. Still walking, still walking. If you hear me heavy breathing, Again, that's why the summers are so amazing here at 7,000 feet in Arizona, because very high elevation. I have some friends that actually have a difficult time breathing up here and adjusting to the high elevation. It does not bother Diana and I at all. I mean, we spent here last night here in a room and I did just fine. That's another big opening. As a matter of fact, if you get rid of that one big juniper there, a ginormous opening right here too. Just looking to see if I didn't miss any other pine tree. Oh, one more. See, I think they're kind of hard to see with everything being so green. Right there, that's a pine tree. This is all juniper, and it's taking all the sunlight away from that really tall pine tree, and another one right there. Okay, we got 9 pine trees on the property now that I know of. I found another neat, shady spot here, where if you leave all of these here, you could have a little picnic area here. Just thinking. Here's the real treat. At the end of that first 660-foot run, here is the second official corner of my property. Look at this, guys. My neighbor to the north here has put up a cattle fence, which of course I will be almost copying this identical with the barbed wire. The only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to have extra, maybe 2x3 welded steel on the bottom to keep other pets out. But there's his corner post, meaning that is also my corner post. And we can work off of this and go 330 feet down here before we find my next corner to turn and go back down the property. Yeah, we'll go try to find the other corner marker at the road again. Nothing, not a sound out here, guys. We're a little bit farther off the beaten path than Taterland, but we're closer to friends. There we go. I put this ribbon right here just going out to the road because my pin right here, let me cover a number here. I'll just cover the information there. There's my Sholo pin for the front corner marker there. I put this ribbon here just so that we can see from the road how big the front driveway access is. Again, I don't think anyone is going to use this official non-maintained county road, but let's see what a front access driveway 330 feet long looks like from here all the way to where we started up here. It's gonna take me a while, hang on. Okay, I've actually stepped off the road a little bit just to share with you. I'll try to zoom in here. You can see right there the orange markers of that corner. Zoom out, you can see the truck. Go all the way down like this, and I will zoom in again, right about where my finger's at, down there. Focus. Right there, the ribbon coming across the road. So a very, very large front area. Guys, I am very excited to do this again. I love traveling, but I'm getting up there in age. And I had a lot of good memories and fun at Taterland 1.0. This is gonna be it though. I don't ever wanna do this again because this is gonna be a lot of work to develop this land. And you guys are gonna come along with me for the ride next spring. I think Diana just yelled at me about coffee being ready. We're gonna have to get like a walkie-talkie system or something, or get another quad so I can ride around and do perimeter checks like a big mass military base. Diana? Diana?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, the donuts. Yes, we need the donuts. Where the truck's at right now is my official registered driveway right there. In order to get the ball rolling for an address, we had to pick where the driveway is gonna be. But we could have multiple driveways. We could have that as the entrance, and then kind of like a moon-shaped entrance so that you don't have to go out the same way you came in. For like the big rig friends that come in with 40-foot buses, you can just go out a different way. Marco. Marco.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I love that cup. It almost looks like Chunks
Yes, it does.
or Opie.
Opie.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I like this cup. You might find this one missing at some point, this cup.
It's okay, honey. Everything that's mine is yours.
First cup of coffee at Tater Acres. And we got lucky when we went to the gas station. The Maverick, out of all places, Maverick is the place that sells our favorite commercialized donuts. Those ones. The Franz raspberry filled frosted donuts.
Yeah, favorite.
They're not always on the shelf. Sometimes you got to ask them, and they'll go in the back, and they'll actually get you a frozen pack of them from Franz. And in case you're wondering, their shipment of Franz every week with these here in Sholo is Mondays. Monday morning they get a frozen batch of these. So that's probably going to be our stock up day. Yeah. I wonder if we'll be able to get garbage service out here, or if we're going to be hauling our own trash, because we're a little bit farther off the beaten path. There's no way of getting around these being messy, by the way. It's going to be messy. Yeah, guys. All right, well, we're all packed up again in the truck. It feels a little strange to just walk away from something that I'm so incredibly excited about, but you know, I don't have a structure. I don't have a fence. I can't keep eyes on this thing, and I can't. So yeah, there's a bunch of can'ts. There's some tough things to do right now, so that's why I want to go finalize the paperwork, and then we'll come back, like I said, and we'll start this series off right after this first video. Remember too that when I got Taterland, I was actually able to get a lot of stuff done without being there. Got my rock driveway done. I got a bunch of tractor work done. I got my septic system permits installed, approved. They did my entire septic without me in the snow, so that when I came back, I had a completely functioning, working septic system at Taterland in the winter when I was comfortable at 75 degrees down in Quartzsite instead. So there are going to be some things that we can get done remotely that is going to greatly improve things for when we get here next year. But I've officially introduced Tater Acres for the 2026 year. Things are changing on the channel. And I'm so thankful to have Diana's help here. I've pretty much given her free range here on the property as well, as much as she wants. She wants a couple acres in the back for her own little tiny house. Garden, you know, everything we're sharing together, and that goes for our life and our travels and everything. So
big catio for a cat.
I think we both really want a big catio. Maybe even some outdoor mousers, some cats. Once we get it all fenced in, it's going to be a dog-free. No, we have lots of friends who have dogs. Neither of us want to deal with dogs running free and pooping and chasing cats all the time. So maybe we'll come up with a system where we have a special camp for our friends that have dogs, and that'll be a different fenced area, you know, where the cats can still feel safe here at their home. So with that, we're going to go see some friends first. We're going to go see our Arizona friends up here first, and then say, goodbye, we're going down south for the winter. First, we'll do some paperwork, and I'll get back to you in a little bit, guys. All right. Good to go, guys. Good to go. Today has actually been a really good day. Finalized all the paperwork on the property. Tater Acres is official. Also stopped in here at the title company, Pioneer, which I love so much. They're so super helpful. I was able to get my plate, my permanent plate for, yes, that's right. Once you register your trailer in the state of Arizona, it is a lifetime plate. You do not need to register every year like Texas. So that plate right there is going to have eventually my new plate, the permanent one. That'll be in my mailbox here in Sholo. For now, I need to put this on the plate for the outside. Don't need insurance or anything for a trailer. So that was super easy and convenient. And what else? Yeah, I think we're going to get ready to get back on the road and head down and finish this trip. It's about 5.5 hours to Quartzsite now. And we're not going to get there till dark. So I told my friends there, I don't know how much time we can hang out because we got to catch a plane flight. Tried to stop by and see my buddies Frank and Tammy in their property, but they were busy today. This is our only pocket. We did get to stop by and see camper van Kevin and the puppies. We chatted briefly with Kevin. He's not doing YouTube anymore, but it was fun catching up with him and getting some ideas for property stuff that he's got an awesome vagabond camp up there that we were very jealous of. Maybe one day we'll get the best of him and get ours going better than his.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
I don't think we'll ever get it as better than Kevin. He hasn't really.
I doubt it. He's kind of got us all covered on that one. But yeah, we're gonna do some driving now. Probably get a bite to eat. We'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, well, we are finally on I-10 heading west. Much later than we expected, but we're gonna get there. We are about an hour and a half away now from Quartzsite, and we are gonna go get checked into our room and go right to sleep again for the third night in a row. And then we're gonna figure things out tomorrow. Everything is taking a little longer than I had planned, and I need to learn on giving a little more cushion to my plans. But we're gonna figure this out. Quartzsite, here we come. Well, we're finally here, guys. Today was another long day, and everything took longer than we expected. This is exactly, and I mean exactly, why I left one extra day, but I still did not give ourselves, it still feels crazy rush. Tomorrow is going to be a really busy day to get things together. I've had to shuffle a few things because our friends at camp and Quartzsite actually have a big shindig going on tomorrow, and we need somebody to leave the party and take Diana and I to the airport. So we're not going to be partying at all. We are strictly business, trying to get back to the kiddies in southern Mississippi. Again, the only room available was a two-bed room here. Diana and I are fine. We're getting along great. And as a bonus, you know, I didn't even know that there was a Super 8 in Quartzsite. It's over by RB Lifestyles, right outside my window. There's Frosty the truck and the trailer with Skeletor on the back. Oh, he looks so chilly out there. It's actually still 78 degrees tonight here at 10:30 p.m. in October. Tomorrow, it's going to be 96 degrees, but then, get this, 91 on Tuesday, 91 on Wednesday, 85 for a high on Thursday. So as October starts to wrap up the second half here, no more hot temperatures. This time last year when I was bringing the bus down, it was 116 degrees. Now we're gonna dip under 90 degrees for a high here. So people are gonna start showing up. A lot of my friends are already there in La Posa South, and we're just gonna do a drop and turn around and go. But yeah, I'm very, very tired, so let me cut back in the morning. Good night, guys. Oh, good morning, world. Whoa, we got mountains. Look at these Quartzsite mountains out there. There's Skeletor. I'm sorry, buddy. He's warm now. It's gonna be 90-something degrees today. What have you? Whoa. Got the sun coming up right over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab me some coffee, and then we'll start packing up. We got a lot of work to do today. I'm kind of getting tired of hotel coffee. That's not true. I'm easy on coffee. McDonald's, Burger King coffee, gas station coffee. Morning, honey.
Morning.
I did my editing last night and then went to bed. She's gonna do her editing this morning.
Oh,
so
good.
Well, I go. It is not bad coffee. She does cream and sugar, so I had to put a little bit of cream and sugar in hers too. I'm gonna go jump in the shower because I know we're gonna break a sweat today. We're gonna try to get an early start unloading the truck into the storage shed, and then yeah, we're working with friends trying to get a ride. So I'll cut back in here in just 2 days, guys. Give me 2 days, and I'll get you updated on everything going. We'll get back to Mississippi and start working on the bus. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll get back to working on the land here soon. Okay. All right. Bye bye.